I'm gonna bleach my hair. I've decided yesterday. I'm hiding my hair because I don't want to see the results. But normally you don't have to have seen the part 1 of this video, but for it to make sense for you, go watch the part 1 of this video where I'm explaining literally why I was in Barcelona, and like I'll give you more context, and then come and watch this where I'm talking about other stories of weird stuff that happened in Barcelona last summer. But basically right now I'm talking about Anna, a friend I met in Bali, who lives in Barcelona, with whom I was hanging out with. So yeah, enjoy the video. We met in she lives in Barcelona, so we met her and we went to the swimming pool and we were tanning topless, and she was like, because she does it with her mates. In France we do topless, but like I hadn't done it for a while because I guess in the north of France you wouldn't do it. It's like a southern thing, you know, Greece, Italy, Spain, you tan topless. It's a thing. So the next day I go to the beach alone, La Barceloneta, which is the main beach of Barcelona. Very, very, very crowded, so I was not scared. And I go topless, and then I hear click of a photo. And I'm like, who the fuck in 2021 still has a click to their camera? For one, I mean, that was obviously not my main thing at the moment. I was like, fuck me. Like, I turn around, I see this 50-year-old man who like takes his phone and throws it. And I'm like, bitch, that's so fucking obvious. So then I'm like, I put my bra back on and I'm like, okay, what do I do? Do I go and confront him and get him to delete the photo, or do I even care and I just ignore it? Because like, he has a photo of me, but like, do I care? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't even blackmail me with it, because I wouldn't, like, what could you do? Like, I'm gonna show everyone you were topless. It's like, bitch, like, I'm topless, everyone can see me, you know? So I was like, I don't care. But then I was like, it's kind of gross, because if I go home and I'm thinking about this man potentially touching himself while watching a photo of me, and so I just don't want to have those thoughts. I rather they don't exist. Anyways, while I was processing all of it and thinking it through, which took a good few minutes of me just sitting there thinking, okay, what do I do now? I just stayed in the same spot. This younger guy, my age probably, sweetheart, comes and he was like, yeah, by the way, I saw this man take a photo of you. I think you should move. And he was so cute. He was like, are you okay? Do you want me to go and see him? Na. He didn't say, I think you should move, like, bitch move. He was like, for your safety. Like, he was, I'm not doing him justice. He was really sweet. And I was like, thank you so much. And he gave me the last bit of courage I needed to go and confront the man. So I did. I was like, yeah, you took a photo of, I went up to him and I was like, yeah, you took a photo of me, I saw you. And he was like, no, I didn't. I was like, yeah, you did, I heard it and I saw you. And he was like, no. I was like, okay, show me your phone, show me your photos. He was like, no. I was like, okay. I wake up his daughter, who was tanning, like sleeping with her headphones next to him so she didn't see anything. I wake up, she was my age. And I was like, yeah, girl, your dad just took a photo of me topless. And she just goes, this time she saw you, so fucking delete the photo. This time she saw you. She was so used to it. She clearly was not surprised. So I was like, oh my god, this is way more horrendous for her than it is for me. She took his phone and we deleted the photo. I don't even know what he was doing at that moment. Probably just reading his book. He did not give a fuck. It was horrendous. But anyways, let me rinse this out and I'll come back to you in a second, okay? But anyways, I just left the beach. I'll show you a photo later because obviously right now you cannot see. But okay, I'll tell you just a last story. And by the way, I'm very happy with this. I will have to put purple shampoo in it. I have bought some. But anyways, I'll tell you the last story. So, I go to a hostel after having seen my boss's dick and going to the crackhead house. I go to a hostel, I'm like, you know what, even if I have to pay and this travel will be more money than I thought, it's fine. I need to, you know, enjoy myself, be happy. Like, I can't just, you know, like, there's a point where you just go, okay, I'm allowed to go to a hostel, sorry to not want to see my boss's dick. So I go to a hostel, great hostel. If you're in Barcelona, Sant Christopher's Inn, if you want to, that's the name, St. Christopher's Inn. It's right at the Rambla on the Plaza Catalunya, and it's amazing because it's so central and it's so big, clean, so many people, very easy to meet people, but then it's like a very party hostel kind of thing, so it's less of a backpacker thing, more like, there are loads of backpackers but also lots of like party people kind of, I don't know. I book a night at St. Christopher's Inn. I get there, so happy to be out, to be in a hostel. I was on holidays for a week with my friends, with like 7, 8, I don't know how many we were. Anyways, we were on holidays together in the south of France, and I left the south of France to go to Barcelona. I mean, everybody left at the same time, but I mean, I went from the south of France to Barcelona by bus because it's not that far. It was still 8. Oh my god, that's the bus story. I need to tell you the bus story. So all of these are very like sexual. Like, I got sexualized so much in Barcelona. It was quite horrible. Like, I had never been seen as such a like sexual object in my life as when I was in Barcelona. And it's not Spanish people, it was mostly like non-Spanish people, but 50-year-old men are dangerous. Like, sorry. I book a night, like, or 10 nights, whatever. I book in the hostel, I get that. I'm in bed. I mean, I spend the evening doing I don't know what. Anyways, when I get to bed, it's like midnight. I'm editing a video of the week I spent in the south of France. It's not on YouTube, it's just a video I made with my friends and we just have it between us. It's hilarious. It's 30 minutes of us just being stupid because they're very funny friends. I was editing that and like looking over clips and stuff when this drunk girl comes in my bed, and I'm talking under the covers of my, she literally goes in my bed with me, and I was like, haha. She was so drunk and she was like not really doing anything to me at all. She was just looking at my videos and laughing, and she only spoke Spanish, and I don't speak very good Spanish, but I find it especially hard to understand her because she was drunk. It was funny. I really did not feel uncomfortable, otherwise I would have said. But then we were talking, long story short, she just would not leave. And it got to like 1 AM where I was like, bitch, can you leave? But she was so drunk, she just did not get it. I was like, leave, leave, leave. Literally, I would tell her to leave. It was like that. I mean, anyways, I have loads of videos of this moment. I eventually go to the toilets because I'm like, I have to leave, you know. So I leave the bed, I go to the toilets. This is the snapshot I filmed in the toilet. So this is me in the toilets filming myself. Wait, I was literally peeing. So this is me coming out of the toilet, and she followed me! She followed me! So anyways, I did eventually get her out of the of bed, because I like, then she came back in the bed with me. Oh my god, she came back in bed with me, and I was like, you got to leave. I was like, you have got to leave. She was like, but I just want to sleep with you, I just want to sleep, listen. And I was like, but you smell. So my main thing was the smell. It really bothered me. Like, she really smelled like alcohol, and you know when you want to, it just reminds me of when I'm like hungover and stuff, and it was just a bad vibe. So I was like, and then at one point she took my hand and she was like, eres muy guapa, or something like that, which means you're very beautiful. And I was like, maybe she's gay, maybe she's actually hitting on me. Just to make it clear, I'm not saying she's gay in a, oh my god, she's gay. I'm saying like, oh my god, she's gay in a, I just realized she's in my bed to be hitting on me and not just to be friends. You're thinking, I'm naive. Maybe I am. Just clearing, I don't want any misunderstanding. You gay girls, boys, whatever. I love you all. I feel very stupid having to say that, but I just feel like I have to say that. At first I didn't see it as her hitting on me. I was like more like friendly thing, but at the end anyways I was telling her I had a boyfriend, which wasn't true, but I just, anyways, I got her out of my bed eventually, literally physically, and then she just went to her bed, or I don't know what. Last story, okay? Last story is that I met a sugar daddy in the bus going to Barcelona. So I took an 8-hour bus and he was to my right. He wasn't actually sitting right next to me. There was the corridor between us, but you know, like, it was COVID, so we had 2 seats each. He was to my right, you know. So I'm sitting in weird positions because I just do. And, you know, with my legs up, kind of, not really, but you know, like, the seat in front of me, I'm like this. You know what I'm saying? So then he looks at me and he goes, do you do yoga? He was Ukrainian, I think, so I can't do that accent. But anyways, he was like, do you do yoga? And I was like, well, as a matter of fact, I do. And then we were talking about that, but I didn't really want to talk to him. And also I was really hungover from a week of partying with my friends, and just was like, this is not interesting. But then I was like, he'll entertain me for a minute or so. I mean, I have 8 hours here. Anyways, we're talking and he's talking about yoga, and I just see he's just that man. He's like, yes, I do yoga. Or I can't do an accent. I do yoga also. I do this. I'm this. I have a pizzeria. I do blah blah. And I'm just like, I'm not even listening. I'm going, oh yeah. He didn't even care whether I was listening or not. Do you know that kind of person where it's like, they don't actually want to talk to you, they want to talk at you, and whether it's you or somebody else, they don't care. They literally just want to talk to somebody and brag about everything they've done. And I was just like, bitch, I'm so not impressed. I do not give a fuck. He just talks and talks and talks, and I'm trying to like avoid the subject, avoid answering. I'm not saying anything new. I'm just going like, you know, like trying to make it obvious that I'm not fucking interested. And then there's a break. He goes down, you know, like the bus stops if you want to go to the toilet or whatever. He goes down, I stay, and I'm like, okay, it's my time to shine. Earphones on, try to pretend like I don't know what, so that when he comes back in, he doesn't like disturb me, you know. He comes back in with croissants for me. He bought me croissants, which is adorable, but it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you're 50 years old, like, I don't understand. But still, at that time, I didn't quite know what he was trying to do, so I thought it was just kind. So I was actually quite happy. Like, yeah, I'll do with a croissant. Thank you very much. I ate it. Then I had to talk with him, you know what I'm saying? I actually had to. So I talked a bit, just because he had been nice to me, so. And then I put my earphones back on quite quickly, because I'm like, whether you want to be nice with me or not, it doesn't mean I owe you anything, because it was your decision to be nice. Now I don't think, you know, like, I've got to a stage where I'm like, you do you, but like, I'm not gonna owe you anything anyway. So I put my earphones back on, doing my own thing. Another break, I go out, I hear him kind of follow me. I run to the toilets and I run to go and buy snacks or whatever I needed. And then at the till, he's there, he meets me at the till, and he's like, I'll pay for you. And I was like, no you're not. And he was like, yeah I will. And I was like, no you're not. Like, it's one thing to buy me something, it's one thing to pay for a drink if we both took a drink, but it's really different when he's just literally paying for my purchase when he has nothing. Like, I didn't buy anything for him, he was literally just paying for my stuff. So I was like, no you're not. And he literally tapped his card. I mean, I'm not going to complain, he paid for it, you know what I'm saying? But I am, because I'm like, no, it was annoying. To be fair, it was annoying. Like, objectively, I was like, who do you think you are? Like, what the fuck? Like, I can't pay for my own things, you know? Anyways, we went back in the bus, and he kept talking at me. Literally, I would have my earphones on, he'd be talking at me, and I was like, bitch, like, at first I'd pretend like I don't hear him, and then I'd be like, what are you trying to do, mate? I'm clearly not interested in speaking. Anyways, and then he gives me a box of like Ukrainian chocolates, and I'm like, I mean, I was just like, mate, stop. And then he just continued talking to me a few times, and I would just like slightly be annoyed and just like, anyways, we came out of the bus after the 8 hours, and I was just like, hey, bye, and I left. I really cut the story short because I feel like I've been filming for so long, but it was long because it was 8 hours, so it was a while of him talking to me and me being like I hate when people do that. If you're a 50-year-old man watching this video right now, please do realize that if you're trying to talk to a 20-year-old girl, try to catch a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Try to catch a vibe. Is she interested? Is she not? Is she feeling threatened? Is she not? You know what I'm saying? Like, it shouldn't be like that. I wish we wouldn't feel like that. I wish we'd feel comfortable with every older man we meet, but it's not the case, because, you know, like, shit happens and you guys are weird sometimes. I'm sorry, like, try to catch a vibe. If you have no bad intentions, please make it obvious. Sorry, like, I knew he had no bad intentions, but it was just like, mate, again, catch a vibe. Like, I'm clearly not interested. Anyways, okay, I'll just take the camera whenever my hair's dry and show you. Is that a deal? It's a deal. Okay, this is my hair the next day. I mean, it is slightly yellow at some places, simply because I need to put purple shampoo. I mean, I'm looking horrific right now, okay, but I love it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you were entertained and you see how chaotic I am and how chaotic my life is. But you know what? It's character building. And like, I know I'm joking about like these 50-year-old men being weirdos, and it's not necessarily something to joke about. Although, that being said, I think you have to make jokes about everything. I'm not here to be too serious. And if I trigger somebody, honestly, don't watch the videos. I mean, if this is triggering, like, which I would get, because if somebody has had a traumatic experience with a similar story to one of mine, I understand you would be triggered, and I think in that case you shouldn't watch my videos. I still think I in my life, my way of dealing with stuff is just like kind of making jokes about it and seeing the positive everywhere and stuff. So anyways, I love it. It's not a lot, I know it's not a lot. I think I'm gonna see how it goes, potentially make it twice as big, because I still have bleach. I'll see. But for the moment, I'm happy. But thank you for watching this video. I love you very much. See you soon.